Hi. What now? How do you deal with crushing down after finishing a big project? Or maybe you just invited some friends over for dinner and you cooked something really beautiful. It was such a lovely evening and everybody leaves and you left alone with the dishes. We do experience this anticlimax after an intense time. It might be you've been preparing a big move and there were so many things you had to accomplish, big to-do lists, and you just managed everything in time. The big move happened. And then you're sitting in your new home and you're thinking, what now? In my opinion, it's a little bit like the waves in the ocean, isn't it? You have this, here in Portugal, the past days, there were huge waves because it's been quite windy. And you can literally stand there and observe how the wave mounts and mounts and mounts, and then it crashes down and eventually has to come to the shore. So I think it's an illusion to think we can be on this high, on the wave all of the time, even though we might have been told that we could, but it's not true. So I would say the first thing is to acknowledge that if we've been in an intense time, that there will be the crush down, the anticlimax, where you most probably will feel empty, maybe a little bit lost, maybe a little bit disorientated. And of course, I know plenty of people who are so afraid of feeling this that they immediately hop on to the next thing, the next big project, keep doing the dishes after the dinner immediately, just to not feel that empty feeling. And that's where I think, yes, I get it. But at the same time, what if we do it differently? What if we, first of all, allow ourselves to admit that there will be this crush down, so prepare for it, and when it comes, why don't give it a little bit time? Why not sit down with it and feel those uncomfortable feelings? You don't have to do it forever, and of course it's a good idea to have the next thing coming. But at the same time, I really believe that there must be a reason for the wave to come down and to crash to the shore. And we need to allow ourselves to have those times of rest, those times of maybe deflation in a way, before we hop on to the next thing. I think if we can allow this, a little bit like the seasons, maybe it's the winter where everything looks bleak. If we can allow for this for a little time, even be, inviting towards it a little bit, even though that might feel uncomfortable, I guess. If we could do that and allow for this bleakness for a little bit, it, I think, gives you the opportunity to restore yourself and then come up with maybe even a greater idea in the future. But if you immediately just not to feel this, jump over this with the next thing, maybe you never get to this great idea because you didn't allow the natural rhythm to unfold. And the natural rhythm is we have times of intensity and we have times where we crush down and need to be with ourselves and let all of this settle down. It's probably also a lot of digest. If we had a very intense phase of doing things, we kind of, yes, it might feel great because all the adrenaline is pumping through us, but it's not sustainable. We have to allow ourselves to be in the rest phase as well. It's not normal and it's not healthy. So I would say, obviously, after dinner, it's maybe the 5 minutes you sit down and just allow these feelings. And then also I'd say it's a good idea to also give some time to appreciating what you accomplished, the big move, what you did all do, and it kind of worked out in the end. Oh, the great dinner you cooked, and then apply some gratefulness. How those people, how you had a good time or whatever it is. So, and then you can plan the next project. So, to put it in a nutshell, I would say, plan for the crush down. Know that it's there. Allow it in. Give it some time, even though it might feel uncomfortable. Appreciate that second what you have accomplished. And apply some gratefulness. And third, allow for the next project in the future, whenever that feels good for you, to be on the horizon. That's from me for now. That was Anja Kersten, life coach and artist. Take good care. Bye-bye.